What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with another Palantir update video where we take a look at how Palantir stock traded today, some key support and resistance levels that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Palantir stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record and we will get right into it. So yesterday's video, we talked about, hey, is the pullback done? And today we have a little bit of a green day. So not saying the pullback is done, but definitely moving in the right direction. So let's cover that. We'll cover, how it traded today, future levels of support and resistance like we always do. We'll cover a little piece of article that I really quickly wanted to cover. So let's get right into it, right? This article actually is definitely someone who is bullish on Palantir. Want to kind of just phrase that right out the bat, right? But they're talking about, there's a lot of people that are, the price target average is like 17 bucks, but that doesn't seem to affect it. And so it talks about a lot of things. It's volatile for sure, right? They talk a lot about everything that's going on, right? The price target of $17. They talk about a couple other things, but what I want to focus on, a couple different things here. The first one being this Rio Tinto deal that I think is a good deal for them in the long term. They talk about this other 22.5 million, or this is the 22.5 million deal that they announced January 4th, so about a month ago, and they just talk about how Palantir stock's traded, it's volatile, and how it's doing, right? So this right here, though, is the best way that I could sum up Palantir stock to those of us that are bullish on Palantir, and that is, it's going to continue to build its book of contracts, it's going to continue to move, and it has a really strong base. Look, a lot of people are arguing that, hey, the revenue that we're seeing right now is coming from COVID, right? And I 100% agree with you. But I think that that's been a great thing for them, because the way government contracts work is, and especially with Palantir, where they take the data and they kind of put it in their own systems, you're more likely to see continuation of deals happening, right? Maybe after the fact, people come in with PPP stuff. Maybe people come in with COVID vaccination stuff. So I think that this, COVID and everything that kind of happened is a great introduction for Palantir. And I think that that's going to continue rather than it being a one-time thing for Palantir, right? So we quickly wanted to cover that. Now let's get right into our daily trading action. And it was a back and forth day, right? So yesterday we ended the day in the 31s. And today the key point that we talked about was, hey, we need to maintain that 21 EMA and keep pushing upward, which is exactly what we did today. We were above the 21 EMA, couldn't quite make it through this next level, but that's okay, right? So right at the bat, we pushed up 3290s is kind of the level that we reached, which if you take a look here, 3286 is at that level. 32.95 is 9 cents above our level, so we were able to make it 9 cents above our level before kind of coming right back down. And then it was a swing back below VWAP, hit that level again, could not break it, right? I mean, if you take a look, perfectly hitting up against our level, guys. So great levels that we have on the chart. Broke below VWAP, hit VWAP, broke below, came above, and then for a little bit came above and then broke below VWAP. So things that I liked today was that, definitely great that we had a green day. Definitely great that we made a push towards the higher level. Things that I didn't like was kind of this general sell-off that we saw during the course of the day, how separated we are from the VWAP, at the end of the day. So things that I didn't like are those. And if you take a look here, so if you've watched my videos for a while, you know exactly what I'm about to say, right? This bullish pennant that we saw developing, that we talked about, and that a lot of us were able to catch, which took the stock from kind of trading in the mid 20s to the low 30s, and then that run continued a couple days later, taking us all the way to 45. We've seen a little bit of a sell-off happening since then. So what do we have coming next? Well, a couple things that I want to point out on the charts. We'll talk about future levels of support and resistance. First things first, we have now established the 21 EMA and that kind of $30 level as a good support level, right? That's where we went yesterday. If you take a look, that's kind of also where we went this, you guys remember that weird day, like I don't know if it was a couple weeks ago or it was last week, where we were like doing well and then we like fell off a cliff and then came right back? this day, right? But that low of that day was still 29.56. So between kind of the mid 30s and the mid 29s, great level for us to hold as we push forward, right? So as you could tell, I am bullish on Palantir, but I will point out support and resistance because it could still go either way, right? That's what the stock market is. Look, if we go above, the crucial thing for us is to overtake the 8 EMA right now, which is in the 32.80s. And our high today was 32.95, which, as we talked about, is also this level. So we need to take over the 32s, in my opinion. That's kind of the first step. Establish this 33 as a base. So maybe go up a little bit, come back down, and then kind of take off for a little bit. On the other side, though, if we see a little bit of a red day, right, we've got the 21 EMA coming in at $30.52. And then we've got the 29.40s coming in as support, and then we've got the 34 EMA and the 28.60, right? So those are the three levels of support. Again, 21 EMA, 30.52. If we break 30s, then we've got the mid 29s, and then we've got the 34 EMA and the 28.60s. So it's about $1 separated our levels of support. We could easily go to the 34 EMA, not saying that that's not going to happen. I'm just saying we've established 21 EMA in the mid 30s as a good level of support. So what I'm looking for the stock to do next is we break this 8 EMA in the 32.82s, break above this level, maybe, stop somewhere in the middle of this 32.82 and the high 32s and the 36. So between these two levels. So break above, maybe come back down, bounce, get some support, and then take off again. That's what I'm hoping for. Remember, earnings are coming up in about, 13 days now. So hopefully we see a little bit of that run into earnings, and the way earnings are turning out right now, other than like Google, right, or eBay today, it's a sell the news. So I'm hoping for a run into earnings, maybe a little bit of sell the news after the fact. So again, continuing to hold my shares on Palantir, added a little bit actually on the pullback yesterday, hoping for a push back up, remain bullish, continue to hold my long-term leap as well, expiring in like 2023, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see, how that turns out. So long-term bullish on Palantir. I do think that, we need to take that 8 EMA, or maybe go down to the 21 and establish, support there in the mid 30s. But I do think that next level for us is beating this 32s, and hopefully then, maybe pulling back a little to establish that 32.80s as a little bit of a support level. So go up if we do take over that 8 EMA. If we start to go down, it's really crucial that we establish that 21 EMA support. My hope is that the first option is what we see, but we'll see how that goes. So if we can overtake the 8 EMA tomorrow, maybe Friday, we see that pullback to that same 8 EMA. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. So keep you guys posted on that as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.